What's going on, guys? Marten here, and I'm glad to report that I was wrong about the downward trajectory since the last video I made on Saturday, because we got one hell of a rally today across the board, and many cryptos are doing fantastic, and we will have a look at the two best performers, and they are Litecoin and EOS. And Litecoin is up 18%, while EOS is up an astonishing 26%. And obviously I'm not saying that the bear market is over, but let's see how far we can go here before we'll reach strong resistance. But first look at the altcoin market, total altcoin market. And we can here see this very nice move we've had here in the last couple of days. And we have now reached 52 billion plus here, and we're now trying to take out this little peak we had here from basically 52.6 billion, and the next resistance we could reach here are around 54, 56 and up to 58. And I also do like the volume here. It's a nice increase here in terms of volume, so that is a good sign. Now let's look at the weekly chart for Litecoin. So we can see here that last week we formed this very nice doji sign here, and then we got this continuation here this Monday, beginning of the new week. So this is a classic bottom formation here. Obviously the week just started, so we still have 6 more days here, so we'll see how this week will end. But if we look at the near resistance here on the weekly, we do have resistance in this area around $31 to $32, and today's high has so far been 31.4. And the next target here for Litecoin, that would be take out this week's high at $37. And then if we can move even higher here, then the next major resistance starts up here in this blue area, which begin around 48 up to $56. So that would be quite a ride there if we were to continue. And here is the daily chart for Litecoin. And what about the volume here? Well, the volume has been pretty good in my opinion. 2 nice volume bars in a row here. This breakout started yesterday, and since this breakout we've gone up now 28%. So that we have now reached this purple line here, which is where the last breakout to the downside started. So it started here this day, so we can see that we lost this supporting trend line. It remains to be seen if we can manage to go even higher here in the very near term, because we do have this resistance here in this blue box here between 31 to 35. But we're finally above the 20-day EMA here, and that is the first time in 6 weeks. The last time we were above that was here in the beginning of November. So my next target here for Litecoin on the daily chart, that would be daily close here above this peak we had here, above 36. And the negative scenario here, that would basically be we'll slow down here in this area and go sideways and then go back down again. So it's always good to be prepared for any kind of outcome. So here is the 8-hour chart, and there's still no sign of fatigue here for Litecoin. Still looking pretty strong here, this last 8-hour candlestick. And here we can clearly see the breakout to the downside here. It happened during this 8-hour candlestick. So my very near term target, that would actually be this breakout. And that is exactly at 32.76. So we'll see if we'll be able to get up there in the next move here. On the other hand, we have actually already reached 30, and we do have resistance here in this area of around 30 bucks, this blue box here. So this could potentially be a little peak here we're forming, but look for the next red 8-hour candlestick here. And also we are now in oversold territory, both on the stochastics and the RSI. So be aware of those. And let's move over to EOS weekly chart. It does look pretty similar here to Litecoin, except for one big difference, and I'll come to that real soon here. But first of all, we're going to look at this doji sign we formed last week, and then we got this nice continuation so far. But we don't have any clear resistance here for EOS on the weekly chart. There is some resistance here in this area around 280, but we're not there yet. But the big difference here is that the first clear sign of resistance here for EOS, that's all the way up to 4.15 up here in this blue area, which goes all the way up to about 550 or so. So kind of interesting potential there for EOS. Daily chart, so we get a nice increase here in terms of volume, nice green bar here. And it would be even better if we were to reach 1 million mark here, but probably not likely. We only have about 2-3 hours left here for the day. But on this daily chart, I would look out for this next resistance area around here between 275 up to $3, this blue area up here. But if we were to move up there from the current level, that would be an additional 16% move. On the other hand, we barely reached the 20-day EMA here, and this is also the first fib level here around 240. So there is some resistance in this area on the daily chart. And the last thing I want to look at is the 8-hour chart. So perhaps we can see some kind of fatigue here on the 8-hour chart, about to form a semi-weak candlestick here. We'll see how this will close. But the next target here in the near term, that would basically be the peak we've had here from 307, this one right here. Also be aware of this supporting trend line we do have here. So that would be a warning sign if we were to penetrate that trend line to the downside. Finally, I want to mention the stock market, since it's tanking today. And that's kind of interesting because cryptos has been going down big time for the last month, and you're very well aware of that, but that's also the same for stocks. But today it's different, so major move to the downside for stocks, but a very bullish day for cryptos. So the question is, does that mean anything, or is it just a coincidence? And I don't know, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So, and also head over to our homepage, altcoinbus.io. It's a new layout, so you should definitely check it out. And I noticed this article here that Donald Trump hires prominent Bitcoin supporter Mick Mulvaney to White House staff. Sounds pretty interesting, right? So talk to you later, guys. Goodbye.